funniest pets and people. A kitty who goes out on a limb. A cat who is really top drawer. A baby goes boom on her boom boom. A dog who makes a big splash. A bird takes a drink in the sink. And Santa spends a not-so-silent night.
It's the show that will have you sick,
Stay, laugh,
and beg for more.
welcome to Funniest Pets and People. The only constant in life is change. Well, that and the fact that nothing beats Playtime. When it came to the electric guitar, not only did little Ricky rock so hard and play so loud that Mom made him take it outside, she also took away his amp. And for that, the neighbors are eternally grateful. Rock on, Ricky! Ahoo! Rock on! Despite being a good kitty all year long, Jingles did not get the paddle ball he wanted. So, he decided to improvise. Butkus had never gone down the slide before. Now that he has, he is loving it. So much so, in fact, that he really isn't too keen on letting anyone else go down. Come on, Butkus. Be a slide dog, not a slide hog. When it comes to hayloft safety, there are really only two rules. Make sure your shoes are tied, and never stand behind Jimmy's sister. Jimmy's sister never follows the first rule, which is why there is a second rule pertaining only to her. You see, if she obeyed the first rule, there would be no second rule. Whenever the Damashek triplets get together, one thing is for sure. What will start out as a happy-to-see-you reunion will certainly degenerate to a good old-fashioned, no-holds-barred winner must walk out, losers must leave town, three-way tug-of-war. Lucky for everyone, it always ends in a three-way tie, so all involved are happy and having fun. After years of flying south every winter, Elias has decided that this year he will leave the driving to someone else. See, he's still a young bird. He doesn't want to be all worn out when he's older and really needs to go to Miami Beach. The warm sun feels so good on his beak. They thought they had thought of everything. Cake, balloons, streamers, presents, and Pickles the Clown had been booked for months. But they forgot the candles. So Dad ran to the convenience store to get some, but Baby Marie wants cake now. It is Baby Marie's birthday after all, so let her eat cake. Put the leash back on the hook, because it's time for Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Mr. Whiskers is high maintenance. From 10 to 12, Jenny pulls him around in the cart. From 12 to 3, Jenny keeps the house quiet so he can nap, and from 3 to 5, Jenny catches mice so he doesn't have to. Next, I guess Mr. Whiskers will expect Jenny to purr for him too, huh? Jimmy Ray lost his keys about 3 months ago, and ever since, this is the only way he's able to get in and out of his apartment. I bet in retrospect, he wishes he'd never moved to the 6th floor. Jimmy Ray may be locked out, but coming to and from has never been more fun. Chrissy's dance teacher was thrilled to see that Chrissy had been practicing and perfected the super knee bends. She was even more impressed to see that Chrissy had added the bottom bounce all on her own. Midnight doesn't mind cleaning the outside windows with his paws. What he does mind is the inside washer using paper towels. See, paper towels leave streaks, so Midnight knows he's gonna have to do all the inside windows again. Remember, if you want to avoid streaks, use newspaper or cat paws. Thank you, Midnight. Even though it was just a sound check, Tyler was gonna give it his all. Audience or no audience, footy pajamas or regular, before bedtime or after. Anytime Tyler gets a guitar in his hand, he just brings it. Rock on, Tyler. Rock on. Santa didn't need to check his list twice. It was pretty obvious who had been naughty in this house. Right, Skimbleshanks? Coming up, a tree no one should hide in. And a waltzing Matilda. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. A joke is very funny, and so is a clever pun. While watching these pets and people, you're bound to have some fun. When you have a kitty named Itchy, it's always good to have a dead tree hanging around. That way, your kitten can get all his itches scratched at the same time. Ooh, does that feel good, Itchy? Oh, yeah. Oh, I knew it would. Joker knew boot camp was going to be tough. But he had no idea he would have to spend an hour a day propelling above and then another hour working the wheel. But it looks like Joker not only can talk the talk, but he can also walk the walk. Have a peanut, Joker. Normally, Sandra was a bit of a tomboy, but the moment she put on her dress, she became quite the little lady. You know, sometimes you don't need a partner to be the belle of the ball, and Sandra here has taken first place in everyone's hearts. Of course, in an hour, she'll be back to her tomboy ways and pushing Leonard Thomas's face in the mud. But But right now, isn't she pretty? Old man Carruthers built himself a generator that could run his entire house on puppy power. All they had to do to generate the power was to ride it. But it was hard to get the puppies to generate interest, let alone power. Jennifer doesn't like the fact that Big Brother is watching her every move. And it's not a figure of speech either. Jennifer's big brother Richie videotapes everything. And sometimes Jennifer just wants to cover up the lens. Just because it worked for the Spielbergs doesn't mean it's going to work for us. Mom! It took him a few weeks to come to the realization that the one way to avoid flying into the ceiling fan is to ride on it. Come on, if you can't beat it, join it. When fighting over food, it used to be that once you swallowed the item, well, you'd won. Well, not when Shell and Sandy are involved. They will pull that thing right out of your mouth if they think they still have a chance of getting to keep it for their own. Remember, it's not the size of the food in the fight, it's the size of the flight and the seagulls. Isn't it? Yeah, that's what it is. We interrupt this program to show you a dog who just can't stop spinning. We now return you to your regular programming. The scent of the Mucka Wukka Hucka plant can have a dizzying effect. Of course, baby Rhonda thought that was just something cooked up by the locals, until she smelled the plant. Looks like the locals here speak the truth. Nothing cools off a summer day like iced lemonade and some water play. The city council only brings up the negative aspects of the potholes on the old dirt road leading to Shankyville. The lost hubcaps, broken axles, and flattened tires. Hey, city council, come on. Why do you guys always have to be so negative? Why not concentrate on the positive recreational aspects of potholes? Like, after a rain, potholes are like little swimming pools. Come on, everybody's having fun. So why not think twice before fixing it? Dinkums loved coming here because it reminded him of walking on the ice when he was a puppy. Problem is, Dinkums isn't a puppy anymore. Ooh, looks like Dinkums has a bone to chew with this ice. Maybe Thomas Wolfe was right. Maybe you really can't go home again. Heimlich has what we like to call a type A personality. Everything with him is go, 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 and get it, get it, get it, get it. Even when it comes to getting a drink. Heimlich is not content drinking from a placid pool. Oh, no, sir. Heimlich needs to attack the water right from the hose. Now, what do you want to bet that Heimlich is also an Aries? Although you'd think he'd be a water sign. Now, when buying one of these things, make sure it has a good engine, padded handlebars, and comes with a helmet. And no matter how much they promise to shave off the sticker price, do not buy one that isn't waterproof. Really, in this day and age, everything you purchase should be waterproof, but this rings especially true of things you plan on taking into the water. Normally, Baxter wouldn't risk getting so close to the drain, but he could swear he saw the biggest, fattest, longest worm in the history of wormdom, and he just has to have it. It's just a spaghetti noodle from last night's Italian takeout, but let's not tell him. If a bird can't dream the impossible dream, why have dreams? Coming up, a bucket kicks the kid. And a tuber takes a trip. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Remember, it's not immature, it's
Child's play.
Brandy loves the people park better than the dog park because there are plenty of slides, swings, and teeter-totters to play on. At the dog park, once you've sniffed the tree, show's pretty much over. Doesn't it always seem like whenever three friends get together for a play date, two of them end up ganging up on the other? Now, you see, Mom and Dad, that's why even numbers work better in situations like these. Afraid your child will grow up to be a slouch? Well, fear no more, because Posture Puppy is here. Yes, Posture Puppy will stick to your child like glue and make sure that his shoulders are perfectly aligned with his tailbone and he is sitting straight, straight, straight. Posture Puppy, keeping kids sitting up straight since 1989. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. So popular that even animals have taken it up. Look, he's biting like Beckham. Nitschke's food bucket is empty. And when Nitschke is blinded by hunger and the empty food bucket over his face, well, everyone else needs to pretty much look out. Now, would someone get Nitschke some kibble, please? Look, a turtle. You know, a turtle's shell is just like his house. Oops, looks like a pipe broke. Somebody call a plumber and pronto. When Roularou heard they were auditioning for a new production of Cats, she went right to the piano and started rehearsing. No one had the heart to tell her the show would not be using real cats. Furlong and Marcia are undefeated in the 7-pound and under weight class. Part of the reason is that Furlong breaks from the gate cleanly and is so low to the ground he turns like he's running on a slot car track. Others say it's Marcia's jockeying ability. You know, maybe they are undefeated because there are no other entrants in the 7-pound and under weight class. Well, regardless of the reasons, it looks like another first-place trophy for Furlong and Marcia.
Jermaine was looking forward to a relaxing afternoon of inner tubing. Instead, he had a stressful day of swimming.
There is no sitting this one out because on this show, everybody dances. Children aren't the only ones who have to get ready for the Christmas pageant. these deer are rehearsing for the zoo's production of The Sugar Plum Fairy. You know zookeeper Twyla used to choreograph in Branson, Missouri, so the show is always good. As long as you're good, Santa will try and bring you exactly what you want for Christmas. All Spuds wanted was a dance partner. Sure, it might make Santa a little late to some of your homes, but for this puppy, Christmas wishes really do come true. Plus, Santa knows a shortcut, and that'll help him make up for lost time. Coming up, the fanciest float in the feline parade. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Although we think Fluffy looked perfectly fine, Fluffy wanted to try those newfangled tail extensions. Now, nobody is going to buy that Fluffy's tail is really that long. But come on, if they make Fluffy feel better about herself and improve her body image, then it was money well spent. I don't care what they say. Fluffy's best days are ahead of her, not behind her. See you next time.